Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 build. If you guys didn't notice, Solar kind of got revamped, and obviously, I'm a Titan main, and I've been having a lot of fun with the new Consecration, but I wasn't feeling it. So I decided, you know what, let's go back to the roots. Let's go back to what made Solar Titan absolutely busted, besides sunspots. It's Throwing Hammer, baby. So this is what I like to call Bonk 2.0. We got tractor cannon, and literally you can run whatever you want in these slots. It doesn't matter. 1-2 punch does no longer work. It no longer works, so you're not going to be absolutely obliterating bosses. But as far as like general ad clear, it's nutty. So I like to run double slug and tractor as far as stuff like lost sectors or any kind of that stuff. When I'm doing the solo flawless later tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching this, it'll be the 31st of May. Yeah, that's the month. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so basically, if you guys didn't know what the premise of Bonk Hammers is, back when Solar 2.0 came out, and that's when they added the middle tree, it added this little throwing hammer, and it is by far very good. So basically, you used to have Roaring Flames. Roaring Flames would work really well with Bonk Hammer because you could just stack it up, and it would do massive damage. Now, here's the thing, is that is a melee attack. So, Titans, we got Syntheseps, baby. You can run this with Wormgod Caress. You can run it just by itself if you don't want to, but it is kind of good. If you don't know what Syntheseps do, it increases your melee lunge range, which won't really matter because you're using a throwing hammer. And then you get improved melee and super damage when you're surrounded. And that's going to be happening, well, quite a bit. So yeah, the base of this build is that's it. That's the whole premise. You got Bonk Hammer, you're running Hammer, Roaring Flames, and Syntheseps. But I wanted to take this one step further. So yeah, if you guys didn't know with Solar 3.0, sunspots are an aspect now, which means throwing hammers can make sunspots, and it's kind of nutty, kind of insane. So yeah, as you can see, literally you just throw a hammer, bonk, sunspot, damage, and the healing. The thing is, they have actually reworked sunspots, so now by standing in it instead of getting the damage bonus, you get better regen for your abilities, which is what it did before, but it also uh, gives you healing, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, so that's going to be our two aspects. Number one, because they're just good. Number two, because they each give 2 fragment slots. You can run Consecration, but it just kind of defeats the whole point. And then, yeah, so if let's just keep going on the subclass here. We got Ember of Searing, which is defeating scorched targets, gives you melee. This is going to allow you to, if you do end up losing your hammer, you'll get you'll be able to get it back by doing Scorch, which is going to be done for your grenade or some certain weapons. Kind of like if you look here, I have the Mida mini tool with incandescent, and any gun with incandescent will actually proc Ember of Searing. I have Ember of Solace, which is the stuff lasts longer. The Ember of Tempering, I'm actually debating on whether or not I even want to keep it in here, and it's not bad. It's just, you could run other things, you know? You could run something like your class ability recharges faster. You could run something like, I don't really know. This is kind of a freebie. You could run just, you get more score stacks. So that's generally just a good one. And then the final one, and this is really what is like kind of a little bit broken about this build, is Ember of Torches. Powered melee attacks make you Radiant. Now, Radiant is, I believe, a 25% damage buff that stacks with other things in the game. So that stacks with High Energy Fire, that stacks with Well of Radiance, that stacks with Empowering Rift, just kind of that kind of stuff. It's insane. Because if you didn't know, basically, if you look on screen, I throw my hammer, and I pick it back up, and I get all of my class ability, or all of my melee back, which then allows me to throw it, and thus you have infinite 25% damage bonus, which is a little insane. Now, if we want to break this even further, we get into the armor mods. So the armor mods we've got going is Elemental Light, and this is purely because I didn't really know what else to put in here. It's kind of, you have an empty slot if you want to use it. Now, the ones that's really important is Melee Wallmaker, obviously, because, you want to be making a well every time you get a melee kill. And then Well of Life, which is picking up a solar well gives health regen. Now, this is different than restoration. It's not gonna, it's not gonna be as insane, but it'll still give you that chip, and it just helps with survivability. And now for our other two slots, we're running double Well of Ordnance, as you can see on the arms and the bond, or the mark. And the reason I'm running these two is because, basically, Well of Ordnance, if you don't know what it does, it gives you more. Picking up a solar elemental well grants more grenade energy, multiple effects, multiple stack, basically. So basically, I'm saying basically a lot. Wow. Yeah. So gosh dang it. So what this does is, whenever you pick up a well, it is going to give you a lot more than before. So I'll have a side by side up here. You can see with on the left, without on the right, and you can just see the difference. Is like it's a pretty decent chunk extra. And yeah, that's basically the whole build. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm gonna actually be taking this into my solo flawless duality runs. If you guys want to check that out, I should be live streaming it at twitch.tv/dorklad on the 31st. I don't know when this is going up, so it may actually already have passed. But yeah, check it out. And yeah, the rest of this is just going to be a lost sector, a legend lost sector that's kind of you get to see the full power of this build. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.